I want to make a video talking about a little bit about my journey right now. And I'm the type of person who usually goes all in or not at all. It's like all or nothing. And I relate to like when I heard Mike Tyson say something similar. um so my journey right now, uh what I did is I was smoking weed heavily. Um, because like I wanted to get through the holidays and it gave me some joy. Like I didn't drink at all. Usually through the holidays, Christmas, a couple of weeks leading up to the Christmas and Christmas Day, I usually indulge in alcoholic beverages. Not too much, I'll have a little bit more on certain days or whatever, but it's not really. This is in the past. But this year, I just like smoked a lot of weed. And mind you, it's legal in my state. So, I did that to get through the holidays. Especially like what happened was I was gonna quit before the election, and then um, everything was getting too chaotic. It felt like like the first assassination attempt on Trump, and then there was a second, and then it just seems like things were snowballing, and then like the infighting happened, and I'm just like, okay, I'm all about attacking anybody. I don't care. I'll attack anybody. Go and follow me on X, and you'll see me attacking people. And it's not like I'm trying to be more respectful when I attack people. And it's you. I attack people who are prominent figures. I don't attack people politically with my speech. Who have less followers. You know what I mean? I don't like bullies. And if you see me like talking smack to somebody who has less followers, it's because they attacked me, and I will be ruthless. Sometimes I'll be like, I won't be ruthless to everybody, but if people like really insult me, I will be ruthless to them, and I don't care. I won't hold back. Um, so there's a lot of infighting, and I'm like, okay, I need to chill out because I don't need to be arguing with people who want to elect Trump. We need to be unified. So I'm like, I'm just gonna chill out and just smoke weed. And then the election happened. We won. Thank God. And everybody should be thanking God. Thank the Creator that Trump is about to be back in office, because you don't have any understanding of how crazy things would get if Trump wasn't back in office. These leftists have been mismanaging our country. Not just him. George W. Bush, Republican, mismanaged the country. Obama, same thing. Um, Trump did a pretty good job. Was he perfect? No, but he did a pretty good job, and there's a lot of hate directed at him. Anyway, so like I was like, okay, let me get through the holidays. I'm a single guy, and yeah, I like to. I want to have a companion, and at this point in my life, it seems like every single woman is either not interested in me or they're not single. Um, the ones that are interested in me are like, no. The, you just go on the dating sites or whatever. I don't even really take that serious. I just kind of threw it out there as like a Hail Mary. I'll just like put my thing out there, put my profile out there, and perhaps somebody might come across it, and they actually like are somewhat on my level. And I'm not saying I'm better than people. I'm saying like they aren't going to hold me back. I don't want to be a plow horse. So like my stance on dating a single mom is you got to be rich. Okay, I'm not taking care of your kid. I'm not going to be a plow horse for your kid. I'm sorry, I've already done that. I've done that for my own kids. I'm not going to do that for somebody else's kid at this point in my life. Just because the woman might look good or I might get some attention from her, I'm not going to do that. And since I'm a low status person, yeah, obviously women aren't into me. So in my own personal life, like in my reality, everywhere I go, women aren't single. Everywhere. There's no single women out here. Online, no single women that are worth value for me to, like, I'm not gonna sink my boat for you. Even being on X, you know, I have 13,000 followers, and that's a little bit of status, and especially if somebody has less followers than me. I'm not interested. My DMs are completely empty. So I guess I'm a loser. I'm an incel. You can say what you want. So it is getting through the holidays, being single again, and I've always had women around me. I've always done very well dating, but it is completely bone dry right now, and I really don't have any desire to date anyway, because I'm kind of like focusing on my own life, and it's extremely expensive, and people have too high expectations. People are all about themselves, so I think that people aren't really wanting relationships. They think they want it, but subconsciously maybe subconsciously they want it, but they really don't, because they're all about themselves. And in order to make a relationship, it's about a team, not just about one person. Like these dread pill guys want to be controlling over their women. Feminists want to be controlling over their men. It's like, yes, you have to have a leader, but you're still part of a team. Like, you can't just like treat somebody like they're a slave. You have to compromise. You have to compromise. This negotiation. A relationship is work. So, all that being said, going through the holidays, I'm like, the only thing that really brings me joy, since I'm single, I hate my job, I really just completely hate my life, stopped working out, is I like to smoke weed. It brings me a little bit of joy. One of the only things that really bring me joy. And the funny thing is, I was eating like crap too, because I thought to myself, I'm gonna enjoy this holiday since I'm gonna be alone. I'm gonna eat what I want. I'm going to not work. I'm just gonna relax, and I'm gonna smoke weed because that brings me joy. And my plan was, as soon as Christmas is over, I'm going to stop smoking weed. I'm not going to stop forever, because at one point in my life, I probably, once I get to the point where I want, kind of finishing, like getting my body under control, getting healthy, finances in order, I'm going to go back to indulging in THC because I like it. What I figure is, when I grind to self-improve, I lack creativity. Because like I can't relax. And in order for me to relax and come up with new ideas, I can't be grinding all the time. And so grinding all the time serves me purpose for right now, and I understand that my creativity is going to lack during this point in my life. So I quit smoking weed right after Christmas. Okay. And it wasn't that big of a deal. It's kind of like I'm sitting here sometimes, like the day after, a couple days after, I'm like, I want to smoke some weed or something. But I'm fine now. I don't need the weed. I don't really think about it that much. It's really easy to get over. I did the same thing when I quit alcohol. Like, wasn't really a crazy alcoholic, but like, I was like, okay, after Christmas, I'm not gonna drink hardly at all. So I would go like 6 months without drinking. You know what I mean? And then I'd have a couple of drinks or whatever, and then I go like 6 months. So it's like I would cut it out. So that's what I'm doing with weed. But my goal was to get back into the gym as well. So like I did that. I started like getting back into the gym. Um, I'm getting back up early, trying to get back, basically trying to get back into the same place I was when I first got here. Waking up really early, going to the gym before work, and I didn't smoke weed either. I think I got back into smoking weed is because it's just depressing. It's just depressing. Like I don't like my job. I'm not getting any type of validation from women. I'm not getting any attention from women. And from somebody who has dated a lot, and to get like it's so scarce. I think that what's happening with dating, this is what's happening. And the Red Pill guys, like obviously they still lived before COVID. As I think that when we had the lockdowns, I think that it conditioned people to not be so ambitious to meet new people. If they just kind of like settled into like who's directly around them. Like for instance, like a female, right? She might be like dating and talking to a lot of guys. Well, she pretty much went right directly to like her primary person, instead of like because like you couldn't if you lived in a place that had lockdowns. I remember when I lived in Washington, we first had the lockdowns. Like it was just go to work and home, and that's it. So like this happened a lot of places. So I think that conditioned people to not want to go out, because like what happens is like from what I hear, it takes like 66 days to create a habit, change a habit, and like install it in subconsciously. Like, and I think that's happened a lot. And it can be reversed, but it's something that people have to acknowledge. Oh man, this is a really great video. People have to acknowledge and like be aware of and actively like fix it, actively like push against like their new conditioning of just being a recluse. I'm not saying everybody's recluse, but I'm just saying like it is way more prevalent now than it was before. I relate with people more now than I did before, because I think that there's more introverts now than there was before the pandemic, before the lockdowns. And I've always been an introvert, and I pushed against it at some points in my life to try to be more extrovert. So anyway, like, so different. It's just psychology. It's crazy. Anyway, so like, that's that. It's hard, man. It's hard when you barely have any support from anybody. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, then I'm going to start smoking weed again, because it brings me a little bit of joy. There's no joy in my life. I've actually made videos on here where people were worried about me, thinking I'm going to hurt myself, and I wasn't, but I wanted to tell people how I felt at that time. Yes, this is how I feel. This is why you're seeing people at my age, men at my age, giving up to the point where they're not existing anymore. And I think those videos are very important for people to understand the psychology of what men are going through when they lack any type of purpose or any type of meaning, or anybody actually gives a damn about them. And that's how I felt at that point. And at this point in my life, I still do feel like that. Like people don't give a damn about me, and it's me against the world. Not realizing it's always been like this, pretty much. It's pretty much always been like me versus the world, with nobody having my back. And that's hard. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're David Goggins, who I absolutely admire, Jocko Willink. When you live my type of life, there's only so much a person could take. You can read some of my lyrics, man. I put it out there for, like, one of my lyrics. I was listening to one of the songs I produced by King Outcast yesterday, and I was thinking, man, this is like, these lyrics are so good. It really epitomizes how I felt at that time, where it just feels like life is just like against me. It's always against me, and I still feel like that too. And it's just like, let up off of me, please. Why does everything have to like be suffering all the time? Why can't I just like be prosperous? You know how many people I can help? Not just give money, but like just help. If I got the status, not okay, yes. Personally it feels good, but like that only lasts for so long. But I want to help. I want to give to charities more, and I can't because I need to focus on me. I have no what is that word I'm looking for? I don't have the means to give at this point. And a lot of people feel the same. And that's why I think there's a lot of lack of empathy in people right now, because there are, even if they perceive that they're doing well, they really are struggling. So many people are struggling with credit card debt. It's unbelievable. Just debt in general, whether college or whatever. It's just it's an extreme burden, and people are putting on a happy face for everybody. And it's extremely hard. It's extremely hard. And if you're going through this, like, trust me, it's not just you. Like, if you relate to me at all when I'm talking in this video, it's not just you. Okay? Like, this is actually happening. So yeah, like, people are going through hard stuff, and then you lack empathy for them, because it's like, I am going through hard stuff too. Nobody gives a damn about what I'm going through. So it's hard for me to and I try to be like empathetic towards people. But it's difficult. So anyway, all that crap. I should probably cut this video off and just make another video. Which I think that I'm going to do. I'm going to make a part 2 so I get right to the point. You know, in my videos, I usually just ramble on. I go all these different directions in my video because it's completely in my brain. I'm not scripting anything. This is all real. I'm probably one of the most realist people on the internet, honestly. Seriously, like, if you look at my post, whatever, my videos, I'm probably one of the most genuine, real people. On X, I have no community notes. I've never been community noted. I might have commented on somebody and then it gets community noted, but it's not from me. It's from that person on that original post. So I just get a notification. But I have never had a community note on my post, on my original post, because I'm a genuine person. And yes, I only have 13,000 followers, but I've seen people who have like 2,000 followers get community noted. So either I'm not showing up in the algorithms enough for something to be false and get community noted, or they see it and they realize I'm telling the truth. I try to tell the truth, man. Like, I try to get to the truth. And if I put something out that is wrong and I come up with new information, it's just like in my book. I said this right in my book. I say, listen, my book are my opinions of right now, and they can change. They can change. It's okay. So that's it for this video. I'm going to make another video.